why is it always the stinkiest, dustiest, most fashion-challenged people who remember every single outfit I've ever worn? Like, sorry, my fit was hard. Of course I wore it again. It deserved a second debut, actually. Meanwhile, you've been wearing the same crusty hoodie since the pandemic and got the audacity to act like you're the fashion police. And let's not even talk about the smell.
Like, do y'all not know what a washer and dryer are? It's not a mythical concept. But for real, how is your memory that good, though? Like, you remembered what I wore last 4 days ago? I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday.
Meanwhile, you're out here with a photographic memory from my closet.
You should be applying that mental energy to them grades, because I saw that math test, and, baby, those numbers were not adding up.
That GPA is in critical condition. But yeah.
Go ahead. Worry about my re-wearing a cute outfit. Stay pressed while I stay styled.
Bro, life be weird as hell sometimes. Like, why did I just eat cereal at 4 p.m. with water? We had milk, I just didn't feel like opening it. And why do socks disappear in the washer? I put 2 in. I get 1 back. Who's stealing them? And I swear, every time I try to be productive, my body's like,
now fam, nap time.
I be on the couch like, I'ma just close my eyes for 5 minutes. Next thing you know, it's dark outside, and I'm sweating. My sleep schedule is actually on demon mode. I go to bed at 3 a.m. and still act surprised when I wake up tired. Bro, I haven't seen the sunrise since
2022. And don't even ask me
what day it is. I'm living in vibes, not calendars. At this point, I'm just winging it. If I make it through the week, cool. If not, at least I got my Roblox character looking fresh.
Some of y'all need to take a class on how to tell a story, because holy shit, you'll start with,
so this one time,
and then jump into 14 side quests.
like I'm listening to a podcast with 0 editing, bro.
Just tell me what happened. Not the color of the carpet, the full family tree of the cashier, and the weather forecast from 3 years ago, and the worst part?
They always say,
Wait, I forgot something important. And then go back 10 minutes in the story.
like I got a rewind button on my brain by the time they finish. I forgot why we started talking. Sometimes I fake laugh just to end it like, haha, that's wild. Even if they just told me their goldfish ran away or something, I'm like, yeah, crazy stuff.
Can I go now? If I ever go missing, just ask one of these people to explain what happened. They'll tell you everything, and I mean...
everything.
No one has more confidence than an ugly-ass man who thinks everyone is chopped. Like, men and women, they just think everyone else but themselves is ugly. You could show them a picture of the most objectively beautiful person in the world, they'd be like, chopped! Girl, chopped? I'm gonna chop off one of your nuts if you don't realize soon that you look like humans before evolution, okay? And it truly does get to a point where it's like, this is self-cessed, because who do you find attractive? For some reason, I never have it in my heart to be like, gang, find the nearest reflective surface. But, like, it makes me mad because they need to hear it. Like, literally, they'll see the most gorgeous woman and be like, you'll never catch me with that. Gang, I better never catch you procreating, because what the hell? If I can't put you onto a girl that you find attractive, let me put you onto the method called breathing out your nose. So, God, like,
I hate when I say the smallest thing about a guy and my best friend immediately goes,
wait, y'all would be so cute together.
be fucking serious. I said he was nice. That's it. Now she's picking out our wedding colors and naming our damn kids.
I'll be like, yeah, he opened the door for me.
And suddenly she's in my ear like,
OMG, I see it now. You and him. Like, you'd make the cutest couple.
girl, I said he had manners. That doesn't mean I want to date him. That doesn't mean I want to post him on Valentine's Day with some corny ass caption.
Like my piece. Be fucking serious.
One time I said he smelled good, and she looked at me like I was already in a whole ass situationship. No, he just didn't smell like axe and regret for once. That's all. I wasn't fantasizing about our fucking future. I was literally just trying to breathe. Now I deadass gotta hold back when I talk about any guy. Cause if I say too much, she's gonna start planning a fake ass vacation for me and him to Cabo, like relax. You already adding me to his last name in your head. I haven't even saved his contact. Sometimes I just like his hoodie. Not the man. Not the trauma. Not the situationship. Just the hoodie. The fabric, the vibe. That's it.
It's not that fucking deep, bro. Let me breathe.
Let me exist. Not every man I speak on is my soulmate. Sometimes I'm just talking. Sometimes I'm just bored. Stop romanticizing my boredom.
Nah, I'm sorry. But water at 2 a.m.? That's not water. That's the nectar of the gods. That's glacier ice filtered through angel wings. Like, why does water hit 300x harder when you're on the verge of death in the middle of the night? So cool, and it's like 2:37 a.m. I wake up parched. Like I just spent the night licking chalk in a sauna. Tongue dry, lips cracked. You'd think I fought a tumbleweed in my sleep. I don't even fully open my eyes. I just stumbled to the kitchen like some kind of gremlin. Half conscious, dragging my feet like, must find hydration? I grab that dusty cup off the counter. The same one I ignored all day. I fill it up with some cold tap water and take that first sip. Boom! My soul gets revived. My ancestors start applauding. The room starts glowing like I just leveled up. And in that moment I'm like, I will never take water for granted again. Then I go back to ignoring it for the next 17 hours. Like, why doesn't water ever taste that good at 2 p.m.? You try to drink it during the day, and it's like, hey, it's okay. But at 2 a.m., that's the best thing you've ever tasted in your life. And it's always that one bottle you left in your room 3 days ago. No label, half full. You don't even care where it came from. At that hour, it could be bath water from Zeus and you'd still chug it. Bro, I swear night water has a different pH. Like the molecules go, hey, he's suffering. Let's make this one magical. And the worst part? You never appreciate it until you're on your deathbed at 3 a.m., standing in the dark, hugging the sink like, this is the best moment of my life.
Anyway, bye preppies.
Am I the only one that hates it when some says, I was gonna say something but never mind? No, you are gonna tell me what you were gonna say, or else I'm gonna slap you harder than Will Smith at the Oscars. Like, bro, these people be out here ruining days with their misinformation, and tell me why I can ignore so many people. But when it's one of those people, my brain say, nah, you keeping what they said in your head for the next 3 days. And when the person finally says what they were gonna say, it's the weirdest phrase known to man. Like, don't tell me you got me waiting like an unfed dog for the past 2 days just to tell me I was thinking imagined dogs were green and could fly. Like what? You sound like an undeveloped chimpanzees with your statement. Monkey out.
What the hell has been happening this week? Alligator Alcatraz is being opened up, which is basically a prison with alligators outside it. So if you try to escape, you'll die. Who is coming up with these ideas? Because that sounds like something a Disney villain would make, but it's actually real. If you're going to deport people, at least deport them normally. There is no need for this level of torture. Another thing that happened this week was Diddy's trial. How much did Diddy bribe the judge to let him get away with all this stuff? Diddy had 5 accusations in court, and he got away with the 3 worst ones. Is his lawyer Saul Goodman or Law by Mike? Because there was so much evidence to prove he should be locked up. Did we not all see the 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Did we not hear about the freak-offs? Multiple people have said that Diddy has done bad things to them, and he still got away with it. Anyway, follow me. I'm trying.
This is such a non-issue. Can we let people have fun? Why are you so mad? Cause I can! Like, yes, I'm the motherfucking fun police. Yes, I'm a hater. Cause sometimes you just gotta be a hating ass bitch. If I don't like something, then no one else can have fun. That being said, anything I don't like needs to be destroyed! Now everyone put their hands in the motherfucking air cause y'all are under arrest, you dumb fat.
We'll choose pink because I can show you something else that is pink. Hi guys, my name is Scarlet.
I am in love with my best friend and have been for the past 3 years. Before everyone drops their jaws lower than how low those billionaires went sinking down on the one submarine implosion back in the good old 23. Y'all need to hear me out. Let me take you all on my little timeline. To start from the beginning, I have known my best friend since 5th grade. From 6th to 7th grade, no pun intended, we had a friend group that consisted of 5 people. We all were super close, but then shit happens and our friend group splits into 2. It was me and my current best friend, let's call her Frediella.
Frediella and I are gay.
Frediella and I became very close during the breakup of our friend group. Fast forward to 8th grade, which was the worst fucking year of my life, BTW. Everyone from our original friend group found new friend groups. However, me and Frediella stick together when making the decision on which friend group to join. Fast forward some more, it is April 2025, what I could confidently say was the worst month of my entire fucking life. Frediella and I have gotten pretty close. And by close, I mean scary close. I had never had a closer connection to any other human being in my life, and I was certain she felt the same way. Because she told me. Frediella and I reached that point where the lines between friendship and relationship were very much blurred. We would always be very affectionate towards each other in public. We had amazing conversations. We would cuddle at sleepovers. She would kiss me on the hand, cheek, forehead, shoulder. We were even each other's first kisses.
Twice.
So as you see, blurred. Because this behavior wasn't new, and had been already happening to me all throughout 7th grade and even some of 6th, I was almost certain Frediella liked me back. So one day in the April of 8th grade, I asked Frediella out on a froyo date. She agrees. By this point, I am overjoyed. I am thinking me and her were locked in. Because this behavior wasn't new, and had been already happening to me all throughout 7th grade and even some of 6th, I was almost certain Frediella liked me back. So one day in the April of 8th grade, I asked Frediella out on a froyo date. She agrees. By this point, I am overjoyed. I am thinking me and her were locked in, and that feeling only escalated when she whispered in my ear at our lunch table that she had something to tell me after school when we went to get froyo. Those words stuck with me for the rest of the school day. I never have wanted classes to go by quicker. I was stoked. Then comes the froyo date. We just got our froyo after having a goofy conversation on the way there. I just get more excited by the minute. Then she sits me down and tells me to remember back to the time where me and her were 10, and used to make fun of people for having crushes because we thought they were icky. I take a deep breath. Was this the moment that I had been waiting for 3 years of my life?
Spoiler warning, it was not.
She had a crush on another girl. Clearly, Frediella and I had 2 very different definitions of a date. And to be specific, the girl was another girl who was in our old friend group. For this story, we will call her Pauletta. My heart genuinely sunk. I had never felt a pain so sickening before. I tried to be supportive of her,
Because mind you, she still is my best friend. I tried really fucking hard, but no matter what I said, she could see right through me. Rage quitting because there's no fucking way I fell on Cotton Dreams Tower. Anyway, we are now playing Fruit Tower because if you stayed here this long to listen to me rant about my girl crush, then you are a fucking fruit. Anyway, that is another thing I love about Frediella. She always knows when something is off about me, even when I don't tell her. She knows how to read me so well. God, I love that girl. This is sickening. Anyway, back on track, I started tearing up on the spot and couldn't make eye contact with her. Frediella started to feel weird because of my reaction, which, by the way, speaking in terms of best friends, I knew that my reaction was shitty as fuck. 3 months later, and I still wish I would have just toughened up and given my best friend the support she needed. She can't control her feelings, and I shouldn't have let my emotions overtake my actions.
But to give myself some slack, Frediella knows me from head to toe and can sense that I'm feeling off before those signals even hit my brain. How the fuck was I supposed to play that off on the spot?
Anyway, the quote-unquote date occurred on a Tuesday. It was our last full day of school before spring break, so I didn't see Frediella for about 2 weeks outside of texting, which is something we do often. One thing about me and Frediella is that we aren't afraid to tell each other anything. We have extremely healthy communication, and instead of arguing with each other during disagreements, we just talk it out. Why the fuck are these checkpoints not working? The checkpoints in this game don't worry past the level 4. Anyway, Frediella came to me and said she hated how weird things got after she dropped the Pauletta bomb and was worried about the way I reacted. She could tell I was really affected by it, which confused her since the situation, quote-unquote, didn't affect me. Frediella is my best friend, and I felt I didn't show up for her properly when she was sharing something vulnerable, so I decided to wave my white flag and confess everything.
Anyway, my bromozygous chromosomes go to my account for part 2.
Bro, I don't care what country you're from. The second I see somebody sprinting past me with no explanation, I'm gone. I'm not asking questions. I'm not checking the vibes. I'm just running. Like I could be holding groceries, a baby, my phone with 1% battery, don't care. My legs take over. It's fight or flight. And I ain't got hands, so I'm choosing flight every time. You ever be walking minding your business? Then someone just takes off running like they saw death itself? And next thing you know, you and 4 strangers are sprinting too.
Like it's some impromptu zombie apocalypse. We don't even know what we're running from.
It could be a bee, it could be a demon, it could be Rent.
Either way, I'm not sticking around to find out.
It's the unspoken rule. If they run, we run. No questions, just speed. You'll hear footsteps and your body's like, well, guess we're in danger now. And then 20 seconds into running for your life, you finally yell out like,
Yo, what happened?
And the dude's like, oh nah bro, I just saw my ex. Huh?
You had me thinking a werewolf was behind us and it's just heartbreak.
But the worst part is when you start running, and other people start running with you, and now you gotta keep it up. You can't just stop and say, oh, I was just playing. No. You started the panic. Now you're the leader of the apocalypse squad. Moral of the story? Don't stand still when people run. You can always stop later and look dumb, but if you stay still and it's real, you won't get a second chance.
Tell me why when me and my friends could be in the middle of a hostage situation and one of them would look at me like, and I start giggling like a fucking crying hyena. Like, sir, please don't shoot. I just have emotionally unstable friends who think everything's fucking funny. Why does it also happen in the most laugh and you going to hell type of situations? Like when the second the teacher starts telling the saddest, most gut-wrenching story. Like, my dog died during the fire that took my house. My dumbass friend looks at me, raises one eyebrow, and suddenly I feel like I just got shot in the fucking lung trying to hold it in. I'm over here choking, red in the face, shaking like I'm being electrocuted, while the teacher is pouring their heart out. And it's always that silent laugh too. The one that fucks you up more because now your whole body is bouncing, and you sound like a squeaky toy. And the worst part, once you start, you can't stop. I'm over here trying to cough it off, but the more serious it gets, the funnier it becomes. We could be at a funeral, in the damn courtroom getting sentenced. And my friend would hit me with the look, and suddenly, I'm crying, wheezing, about to pass out. Like, bitch, why we both acting like everything's a fucking comedy special when we're together? Tag that one friend. Top Hat Man 32 out.